What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining me today. So, as you can see in the back of my truck, I just picked up another bike. This bike is a 1997 Suzuki Savage 650, I think is what it's called. I've never had a Suzuki before. I've always had Honda Shadows and stuff. This is my very first Suzuki. But this bike is a one-owner bike with 2,000 miles, all original, in incredible condition. The downside is that it's been sitting since 2001. It's been sitting for like 18 years in this guy's garage. He bought it. He was a military guy. He lived close by the base in South Carolina, North Carolina.
I think North Carolina.
North Carolina, I think maybe. I don't know. Anyway, he was in Carolina, one of the Carolinas. He had a military base over there, and he lived close by, so he would drive his bike back and forth. Well, his story is one day he was driving down the highway, you know, and a piece of tire flew past his face, and he parked it and never started it again. That is like the best situation for somebody like me to get a bike that's been sitting for a very, very long time, and not just sitting anywhere, not sitting outside. This bike has been sitting in the garage. It's been sitting in the garage for 18 plus years. Okay, it's incredible to see something like that. I don't want to shoot myself in the foot, but I feel like I could hook this thing up to a jumper cables, maybe get it a new battery, clean that carburetor. By the end of today, that bike will be running, and I feel very, very confident about that. The bike is in great shape. I'm gonna give you guys a walk around once we get out of the vehicle. But dude, I'm so excited about this one. The Suzuki Savage though, 650 is only a single cylinder engine, which means that it's not that V-twin engine. If you guys know about bikes, you know what I'm talking about. But so I don't know how much power this thing's gonna be putting out. I think that it can only do about maybe 75, 80 miles an hour. Now I bought this bike for $500. Did I say that already? I don't think I said that. I've been so excited talking about this bike. I bought the bike for $500, okay? That is so cheap for a bike in this condition, all right? I know you haven't seen the bike yet, but I'm telling you, this thing is in immaculate condition, all right? $500. I may, instead of turning this thing into a bobber like how I usually do, I may just get this thing running and then try and sell it. I'm really excited about it, guys. Stay tuned. I'm gonna give you a walk around in a second. Once we get out, I'll walk around the bike so you guys can see it. And yeah, I'm really, really excited about this bike. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Alrighty, so this is the bike. We just unloaded it off the truck. Sorry if I'm out of breath. It's not that heavy of a bike, but man, it's still a couple 100 pounds, you know? All right, so this is the bike. It is a 1997 Suzuki LS 650, the Suzuki Savage. So, apologize for the mess in the background and stuff, but this is the bike. Like I said, single cylinder engine. Bike's in great shape. I didn't notice it before, but there's a couple little tears in the seat. Not that big a deal. But I bought a battery, I bought a spark plug, and I bought some carburetor cleaner. So let's get to it.
Let's pause. All I did here was I put jumper cables up to the battery terminals and sprayed starter fluid into the air box. As you can see, the bike started, but it would only stay starting and running if I was to spray more starter fluid into the air box. That tells me that the engine is good, I have spark, I have good compression, but the carburetor is clogged. That's how I came to that conclusion. So here I'm taking apart the carburetor. If you want to learn how to do this, I'm sure there's a lot of good videos on YouTube on how to do this.
So I just took apart the carburetor on the 97 Suzuki, and main jet was good. Took that out. The filter was good, and I'm looking at the other jet, and you can't see anything out of it. That little hole that you saw was between my fingers. If you look closely, this thing will focus. If this thing will focus, all of the holes are, this will look better for y'all. That is completely clogged. So I'm gonna clean this out, and then we'll put it back in the bike.
So I found this little wire. It's the kind of wire that you find at the grocery store to wrap up bread and different things like that. It was small enough to go through the jet of the carburetor, so I'm using it to clean it out. And a little bit of carburetor cleaner, spray it through. And you want to do this until you can see a good stream all the way through the carburetor jet. Looks good.
Perfect. Now, can you see light through it? There it is. There's the light through the jet. So now the jet's clear. So let's go ahead and put this back in the bike. So, pull this little guy out. We want to make sure that the top little spring piece here can still be, as you can tell, it's still going up and down good. That's awesome. The rubber on the bottom of it, the little plug part, is still good. So we can go ahead and reinstall this. Man, my float looks a little rough, but it'll work. Use the pliers actually, push it back in. Good. All right. I was having an issue where this wasn't opening, okay? And when that doesn't open, your throttle doesn't kick back. The throttle was frozen. I thought it was the cable. I thought maybe the cable just sitting up had kind of gotten rusted shut, but it wasn't that at all. It's actually so much gunk and gas inside of this thing that this was not opening. So we got that working good. All of the lines on the carburetor are 100% clear. I'm gonna put this thing back together and I'm gonna throw it on the bike and we're gonna try and see if this thing will start. I think it's gonna be a good one now. All right. So that was not easy, but the carburetor's back on, back in place, everything's hooked back up. I'm gonna go ahead and connect the truck to it. The battery is still not connected, and the reason why is because this battery, I picked it up at the store yesterday, and the terminals are on the wrong side. The positive needs to be on this side, and the negative needs to be on this side. But I'm thinking about putting it in like this and just extending the cables so that way they can, they'll still be able to function. So I may do that, but then again, I may just go down the street and go pick up a new battery. So we'll see. So the audio came out like really, really terrible. My son was crying and there was a lot of wind and you could barely hear what was going on. But I'm getting jumper cables and I'm connecting them to the truck, as you can see. And then the other side is gonna be connected to the bike. Now remember, the carburetor has been cleaned all the way. So this is to see if the bike is going to run on its own power, you know, obviously without the battery. So it's pretty cool. Since I cleaned the carburetor. I started it yesterday, but it was running funny, so this is the first start. Let's see.
Look at Tata.
So, man, the bike's doing great. Really, really happy with how, cleaning the carburetor, getting a new battery. Worked great. It runs amazing. This bike has 2,000 miles and it runs like it. It runs like it has 2,000 miles. It, in really, really, really good shape. I'm gonna start it up for you so you can hear it. Well, which one can you hear it is? I'll start it up for you. There you go. There you go. Everything works on this bike. Everything. All the blinkers work. The horn works. The turn signals, light, whatever, works. Runs really, really good. This is a great beginner bike. It's not extremely fast, but I mean, it'll hit it like 75. It'll do like 75 miles an hour. Really, really happy with this bike. Really happy with it. We're gonna give it a bath, and then it's going for sale. It's near the Tomball. We're in the Tomball area of Houston, so if that means anything to you, yeah, come out and take a look at it. And go for a test drive. You know what I mean? You can take it for a test drive. We'll work something out so you can go try it out. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. So we were able to get a good polish on the bike. It has a little ding here. It's got some scratches and stuff. This thing's, it's like 22 years old. 22 or 23 years old, it's for a motorcycle to be in this good a condition. Excuse me, guys, I got the hiccups. For it to be in this good a condition, I mean, come on, you gotta give it some credit. So we wiped everything down and just a little bit of polish here. Right there too. Wiped everything down. I put some leather conditioner on the leather, and man, it's looking good. I have a couple pieces that I need to put back on right here. I have covers for that. I'll do that in a second. I should have had them on before I started washing it, but hey, whatever. So. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Comment down below what you think I should do, if I should turn this into a bobber or if I should just sell it as is. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up. Stay tuned. I got a lot more stuff coming up. We're gonna be buying, selling bikes. All right, guys, have a good one. See you later.